Hello everyone, this is Johnny Orange and today I am playing 3 Cavalry on Scipio. Now last week I did ask you guys what I should be playing next, so you might be thinking, no one asked to see this shit, what is this? And the most requested unit was War Dogs on Boudica, and I just don't want to play that. I tried it, I did actually make a video on it too, but it was just me talking shit about the unit, so I decided maybe I should come back at another time with maybe higher tier War Dogs or something and try it again, because it's just me going, well, I'm not enjoying this at all. So instead I pulled out the Cav, went boom, put it right there. These guys recently did receive a buff. Wasn't much of a buff, but it does make a little bit of a difference. The biggest difference is at the same time the Barb Cav got a bit weaker. So you got a little bit stronger, they got a little bit weaker, and now you can enter combat with them and do decently. Now I did just get shot by a catapult. I didn't enjoy it, I thought that was a bit shit. Why did he have to do that? But let's get back into talking about this unit. A lot of people don't like the Scipio Cav, and I can see why. They are a bit slow when it comes to going through the forest areas. They're just a bit slow in general when you compare them to barbarians. So I always try to keep them fighting in the open terrain or charging units in the open terrain, because the minute you enter that forest, you just come to a halt. Now what is the advantage of going Scipio Cav? Well, I'm asking you guys because I don't fucking know. That wasn't me telling you, I need answers. That was a legit fucking question. Now this is turning into another video where I just talk shit about a unit, so I've got to stop doing that. One thing they are good at is soaking up that ranged fire. They're really good at getting shot in the face. They don't mind it. It hurts a little bit, they go, oh shit, oh man, I wish that didn't happen. But they can handle it. And I had had enough of getting shot, so I'm just going over. Going into dangerous territory here, and he has no protection. Why does he have no protection? Another good question, I don't know why. I'm popping, oh this is one good thing I do love about this unit, is you can pop that war cry after the charge against ranged units, and they rout, which makes it much easier to kill them. Have you ever charged a ranged unit and they just refuse to rout? And then you stand there fighting them for fucking 10 years? Well, that's not an issue when you do play Scipio Cav. So this commander does have his strengths. I do enjoy the Warcry ability and the charge. Oath on the other hand it can be decent at times, but it's not the greatest ability. Actually, what's your thoughts on Oath? I personally think it could be a bit better, but that's just me. Now I am riding all the way around to get those catapults and archers on the other side, which is going to take a long time on this cavalry. So let's see what happened over here. I've got to say, it looks like we are in a bit of trouble here. They have cavalry coming in, and it's all ranged units apart from that one little sword unit there. One thing I do like to do when I play ranged units is hug the infantry. No matter where they go, just hug them. And don't rely on them coming to help you. If you follow them around, they're always going to be there. And they can be in range to help your units out. I'll give you a prime example. Yesterday I was playing Leo Spears and I was protecting an archer friend. And there was a random that was playing slingers. Now we were on the map Salernum, so we started heading down the main road of the city, straight towards the enemy base. And there was just no one there. And if you guys didn't know this, Leo's a bit of a slow cunt. So I said, let's just keep marching towards their base. Because all the people that did deploy in this city had left to go fight in mid. So mid was a shit show. But by the time we even got halfway through the city, mid was getting rolled by heaps of players. At this stage, one of the enemy sword units does pop out near the Colosseum, and the slinger player decides to stand there and start shooting him. Meanwhile, the enemy is heading straight towards our cap, so me and my archer mate just kept going to their base. We're almost at the base when the slinger player starts pinging the shit out of me. And at this stage, he's a good 30 seconds away, and he's got this enemy cav that came from mid just rolling over him. So there's no way I can make it back in time. So we just cap the enemy base and win the game. But the whole time he's writing down, help, help, come back. And it's like, no mate, you should have just came with us. The enemy had a 200-man lead at this stage. If I went back, we would just fucking lose. So let's get back into this game though, that's enough of that shit. I want to help these slingers out, so I'm going over there now. And all you really missed out on was I killed a bunch of undefended artillery and archers. So the same thing is happening to the enemy team as what's happening to our team. Just not enough infantry in this game for both sides. The enemy cav is in a bad spot at the moment because they've probably used their charge against those slingers, so I can charge them without them retaliating and charging me. Also, he was Scipio Cav, which is very slow in that forest area. When I notice that he's not going to run away, I do pop oath on one of my units, not all of them. Because with one unit in oath, I'll probably win, and he will start to retreat like he has here. And then I can still charge with this unit, it's not a problem. And I still have 2 oaths to use later on. It is on a fairly big cooldown, so I don't want to just be chucking oaths all over the fucking place, alright? I want to save some up. That's a good tip for all the commanders that have ultimates with a long cooldown, such as Germanicus and... I fucking don't know who else has that problem. Oh! Bloody Boudica has a bit of a problem with that. It's a decent cooldown for what that ability does until you upgrade it. At the higher tiers, tier 8, tier 9, it gets a bit shorter. I am approaching some pike units and you can see that they're overlapped, and that's a good time to get a charge in. They don't really want to pike themselves, so if I can pull the timing off right, boom, there we go. There we go guys, we're in combat, he doesn't have his pikes down, and I still have 2 oaths. Normally I'd say don't do this, but there's not much left on the battlefield that I can actually kill. The main reason being is if he can get a good shield bash off, my units will disappear off the face of the earth. But we are in the tier 5 game, so his cooldown on shield bash is a bit longer, and you know, there's not as much of a problem. Thinking back on this moment now, it might have been a better idea to go around the other side and recharge them from there. But it's a hard call because they did have more infantry and an elephant coming up on that direction as well. You may have noticed there is a bit of a, what should I call it, a bit of a disadvantage, I guess. When you pop oath, you can't charge. And you're slow as fuck, really. So while that ability did allow me to fight the pikes, I cannot keep up with the archers now because I'm stuck in that slow as fuck oath ability. He could literally just run away at this point. In my opinion, that would be great for Scipio if you could just turn your oath ability off. That way you can get these charges in, and you don't have that phase where you're just walking around slowly for no reason. It would also allow me to run away from this bloody elephant. I don't like it, don't want to be near him, it hurts. Fortunately for me, the archers haven't ran away, so I can get in there, get some kills on them. And at this stage, if they did run away, I would probably be able to get out of combat. Now, on the weekend, I did play a lot of cavalry with all the commanders, so I am going to be uploading those videos this week. It's going to be a very cavalry-heavy week, and hopefully by the end, I will manage to get at least tier 5 Alexander Cav. It's the only commander I don't really have access to higher tier, or should I say mid-tier cavalry. I did have a good tier 3 game on it, but who really gives a shit about that? Out of all the cav I have tried so far though, which is, I've tried fucking all of them. So out of all the cav in the world, I've got to say I enjoy Arminius cav the most, surprisingly, but I am tier 5. But it's probably going to be like close beta where I started off thinking Arminius cav was the best, but then at the later tiers, Versi just gets so damn strong, he kind of takes over. So my second favourite is Versi Cav, because of that Defiance ability. It's just amazing, and you can harass people with Scorched Earth. Coming in third is the Alexander Cav, just because the charge is so deadly, and you can anvil now, which is pretty damn strong. Then in one big lump, I've just put Sulla and Scipio, basically all the Roman shit, and all the Carthage stuff in one big bundle. But like I was saying in my last video, this is just my opinion, it depends on your playstyle. I have a feeling I'm going to like Roman Cav at the higher tiers, especially from tier 6 to tier 9. Because the the Barbarian Cav does lose their horse kick ability, and they don't get it back until tier 10. So at tier 5 I do love the Barbarians, but I have a feeling, I get a bit of an inkling, a bit of a feeling, that between tier 6 to tier 9, I'd rather play Alexander, and maybe even Roman Cav. Then at tier 10, the Barb Cav will come into its own once again. Anyway guys, that's basically the end of this fucking video. There's not much more going on. I do get to kill these dudes. What the fuck just happened there? Dodge. Oh, I don't even know. Let's go back. Hold on a sec. Apparently I had my charge up, but you know, the replay system does bug out. If I did have my charge up, I should have charged, obviously. Okay, so it was that one unit that had about one dude left that had its charge up. The other two didn't have the charge up at all. Anyway guys, I'm going to call this video in early. It's basically over anyway. I'm just not feeling it today. Just not feeling it. So I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, have a fucking good one.